Alyse and welcome to today's video. I mentioned in my last pregnancy update video that I was going to be including a old wives' tales gender prediction video. So I'm sure you guys have seen this all across the internet. It's been a thing now for a long time because it's old wives' tales. Tomorrow morning, Donald and I are actually going to our anatomy scan. I am pregnant with baby number 2. I'm about 20 weeks right now, a little over 20 weeks. So now is the perfect time to answer all of these questions and do a little bit of a prediction for fun, of course, before we actually go to the appointment tomorrow, where hopefully we will finally be able to find out gender. That's of course not the only reason we're going tomorrow. We're doing the full anatomy scan. So if you guys haven't hit subscribe yet, I would definitely recommend doing that before you leave today's video. I will be doing an in-depth share of everything that happens at my 20-week appointment. And I will also be doing a gender reveal for you guys as well. I'm kind of just gonna feel how tomorrow goes, and then I will keep you guys posted like when I plan on letting you guys know. I still haven't completely figured out how I'm gonna do that. I think some of it might involve me ordering things, so I don't know. We'll see. I found 11 of the most popular old wives' tales online. I've put together this beautiful post-it board for you guys to look at. And so for each category, there's an option for boy or girl, like it's supposed to sway one way or the other. I'm gonna answer those questions and Donald's gonna circle the answer and we will, we will tally everything at the end. Before we tally everything, I will share with you guys Mother's intuition. We could do Donald's intuition, but like,
what's the point?
Like I said, if you guys haven't hit the subscribe yet, be sure to do that down below and the red subscribe button before you leave today's video. Really helps out my channel. It's completely free. Give this video a thumbs up if you're excited and let me know down in the comments, like, what do you guys think it is? Do any of you have an intuition about what it is? Especially those of you who have been keeping up with all of my pregnancy update videos.
All right, so we're gonna get started here. The first category is cravings. I will give a brief thought on my idea, if I have any on any of these categories. And my thought on this one is, I have no idea. I feel like she's been right down the middle on these cravings. So I will let her further explain how she feels about it.
I would say the same thing. I just think it's both. I haven't really had many cravings this time at all. Except maybe chocolate, like here and there. But across the board, I feel like I've been pretty neutral.
Next category is morning sickness. I am going to go ahead and go with the category of yes.
Yeah, I would agree that I had morning sickness. I just had general nausea, like really intense nausea in the beginning. So I guess yes.
All right, so the next category is mom's mood. And I'm not answering this one. So the next category is sleeping side. We have left and right. And I honestly don't know.
I actually do a lot of sleeping on my back, I would say. But I prefer to lay on my left side. And I think that was because when I was pregnant with Kala, I basically trained myself to sleep on the left side. I was very like hyper focused on doing all the right things with my first pregnancy, making sure I was doing everything like by the book, and the best sleeping side supposedly is on your left side. So I really remember like trying to train myself to do that, and I've never really stopped, I guess.
Next category is headaches. And I'm gonna say headaches are probably a little more than they had been in recent months before the pregnancy.
Yeah, I would agree. I remember in Kala's pregnancy that they like went away. And in this pregnancy, you guys know, if you've been keeping up with my updates, that I've had some really intense migraines, so yeah.
Next category is baby's heart rate. This one is not as much subjective as some of the other ones can be, so I'm gonna go with the left side.
Yeah, the heartbeat has been ranging like in the 140s, which again has been completely different from my first pregnancy, where Kalla's heartbeat was like always in the 170s.
All right, next category is mom's skin. And
why are you laughing at this?
I don't know. This category, I'm gonna go with soft, opposed to dry, because I'm not gonna call her skin dry. So, as you scratch your dry skin.
Yeah, I would say so. It's kind of hard because we're going into winter, like the colder seasons, you know, and typically everybody gets drier skin in that season. But I even remember before it was getting super cold, like in the summer, well, not in the summer, maybe towards the end of summer, I was noticing like my hands were so dry. So I've been noticing dry skin for a while. So we'll save that one to the end because I have to lay down.
Okay. The next category is carrying the baby. And I 100% have no idea. So I'm gonna go with low. How close am I?
I think I'm carrying low. Because I feel like I remember, again, I keep comparing it to Kalla's pregnancy, but like it's so easy to do that, especially when there's been so many differences. So I feel like with her, she was higher up, and I remember thinking like, when is she gonna drop? Because that's when people always say like, you're close to labor. And I just remember like she never really dropped ever. So she sat pretty high. And you guys know, again, if you've been following my pregnancy updates, I've had a lot of round ligament pain this go around, and I think that's because I'm carrying a lot lower. So those muscles are really being stretched a lot more than I was used to previously. Okay.
Next category is leg hair. And as far as I'm concerned, there is no hair on her legs. But if I had to guess, looking at the board,
okay,
I'm gonna
you're
go with
done.
faster.
Again, on this category, if you've been following along, I've already talked about this before. I talked about it in my like very early pregnancy updates. I noticed a massive increase in like specifically my leg hair. I would shave, and then later that, like I would step out of the shower and I would, no, like, I'm not even kidding.
All right, our next category is breakouts. And I, again, I'm gonna go with yes on this category.
What? I would say in the beginning of this pregnancy, I had like a huge increase in breakouts. But now I'm noticing my skin like significantly calming down. So I don't know what to say. I think it's yes and no. Oh my gosh.
All right, so for this category, we had to take a little field trip. I am going to hold this ring, and we're going to see what type of movement the ring has, and then we will check back with the board. I think that was it.
Now, before we tally everything, I will let you guys know I have had an intuition. Again, I've mentioned it several times in my pregnancy update that pretty much since the beginning I've had an intuition, but I just feel like I never wanted to put that out there because it really sways people, because a lot of times it's correct, I'll be honest, but then a lot of times it's not correct. You hear those stories where women are like, for sure a boy or for sure a girl, and then it's definitely not, and you're like, what? But I will go ahead and provide my intuition is that it's a boy.
On my end, it just feels like everything has been so different that I was leaning towards boy. I'm not a mathematician, but 10 is higher than 3.
So as you guys saw, it's definitely swayed on one side if we are going off of old wives' tales. Again, this was totally just for fun before we actually go into our anatomy scan tomorrow. So it will definitely be exciting to find out for sure. Then again, let me know if any of you guys have an intuition about baby's gender by leaving a comment down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, to subscribe down below before you leave today's video if you haven't already. And if you have any family or friends that you think would enjoy this video, definitely share it with them as well. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.